You saw the title. I just bought more Palantir the other day, and I am not going anywhere. Now, I am saying this because I know there are many people who have been holding Palantir for a while, and they're starting to feel iffy about it because the price hasn't skyrocketed to their lofty expectations. Now, hopefully, if you've been watching my videos, you had a little bit more realistic expectations of what would happen in a more long-term focus, but I'm seeing comments every single day basically saying Palantir's dead, whatever. So I thought it would be helpful to talk about why I'm buying more shares and to reiterate some important points, including my price targets here. I think it's really important to reiterate and to think about why you bought in the first place, and talk about my new buying strategy. So let's start off with what I just bought. I just purchased an additional 250 shares the other day. Here's a screenshot of it. I bought at $21.29, which is a pretty darn good price if you ask me. This actually lowered my average share price down to $22.28. I'm now holding 1,850 shares. You can see, looking back at that screenshot, that I have made many orders. Basically, whenever the price dips, I basically made an order and averaged my buys over several days. That way I wasn't going to buy in at one price and then see a dramatic drop and run into some issues. And I can't complain at all. I'm up 7.5%. Right now, my total position is sitting at $44,335. Now, something really important to mention, I only make videos on about half of my stock and crypto buys. So if you want to be notified every single time I make an order of anything, go ahead and join the Discord as a channel member. All you have to do is become a YouTube member, level 2 member. You just click that join button and then join the Discord, and you will have full access, including all my buy alerts. Whenever I buy anything, I literally click buy, and then I hop over to Discord and do a buy alert. That way I can notify everyone in my community, and plus you'll be supporting this channel by joining as a channel member. Also, once you're looking at the stuff down in the description, go ahead and grab some free stocks and some free crypto while you're at it. But now let's talk about why I'm still buying if the price has been flat and pretty darn volatile, because at one point I was actually up 20%, and then I went all the way back down to negative like 1%. So why am I still buying on such a volatile stock? And I have about 5 reasons why I'm still buying, and let's cover each and every single one of those. First, and probably the most important reason, is this is a long-term play for me. This was never a short-term swing. If you watch any of my videos, I constantly say this is a long-term play. At least 1 to 5 years, at least. And 1 year, I don't even see that possible happening in 1 year unless there's some kind of crazy increase in price that I think values the company temporarily way too high. Then potentially, but I don't even want to say that because I think even at that point, I probably would still hold. And ever since the beginning, ever since my first video on Palantir, I said that there's a very probable 1 to 2 year downside potential of 30 to 40%. And if you're hopping in, you should be fully willing to bear that. Now, for whatever reason, because this stock hasn't been, going up 30, 40% like a meme stock might do in a short period of time, of course, there's people who are saying this stock is dead. Why are you talking about this stock? What's your problem? People are losing money here. This whole time, I've said this is a long-term buy. Do not buy if you can't handle short-term volatility. And also, do your own due diligence. Always. So that's number 1. It's a long-term buy. I don't care what happens on a short-term basis. I don't even look at the stock price every day. I probably look at the price of Palantir twice a week, if we're being completely honest. I don't care that much what happens on a day-to-day basis. The second reason why I'm buying more is because they're bad at marketing, at least for now. I already talked about this when I did a video on their demo day presentation, their most recent double-click presentation, and how it was a bit of a disappointment on the marketing end. Now, I know that was framed towards actual people who would buy this. It was framed towards, data scientists at other companies who understand all their verbiage. But I don't really care because it just didn't translate how they seemed to promote it. They promoted this thing as if everyone should watch it, but then it was overly technical, and it was just ultimately a bad job at marketing. If they wanted to make this a marketing, they could have made 2 presentations. One that was very technical, one that told a story and did a better job on the marketing end. But I think they're just bad at marketing for now. And I think this is actually a good thing for investors right now, because once they crack that marketing nut, the share prices are going to go up dramatically. And I know a lot of people have said it's good that they're not marketing. It just means that they're a good company focusing on their product, not on pumping the share price. And I agree. But a great company is good at all things. You look at someone like Apple. They're great at marketing. They have great products. That's the synergistic effect of creating the most value possible. So I think you can have both and still be a good company. And I think they'll crack that eventually. They just haven't right now. And the share price is lower than it would be if they were amazing at marketing. Now, the third reason this is also huge is I am diversified. My entire portfolio is not Palantir. Breaking this down a little bit further, this allows me to not care as much what happens in the short term, because not only do I have many other stocks, this isn't even half of my stock portfolio. I don't even know the exact percent. It's probably not even 20% of my stock portfolio. But also besides that, I have a full-time business that I run that pays all of my bills. So I'm diversified in that way. I have, plenty of investments there. I have real estate. I have crypto investments. I do DeFi. So there's all these different ways that I am investing my money. So I'm very diversified. And if Palantir tanked 90%, I would be okay. And I just think it's so important to diversify your portfolio so you're not just banking on one stock to skyrocket. Now, it's good to have a high conviction stock, and that's how you get ultra rich, but that's also how you lose all your money. So I think it's good to root your investments in stable, cash flowing things and then have a more speculative bucket. And this is my more speculative bucket. And even this is not nearly as speculative as many other stocks on the market, but it is speculative. We can't say that this is just a company that is guaranteed to skyrocket in price, because we are buying in at a high price to sales multiple. You cannot deny that a price to sales of 40 to 45 is not high. We are banking on the fact that this company is going to grow exponentially. That's why the share price is so high. That's why we're not looking at something like a P to E of 5 or 6 or 7. There's no P to E because there's actually no paper earnings right now. So this is in my speculative bucket, but I'm diversified, so it's okay. That's an extremely big reason why I'm buying more of this stock. Fourth, nothing bad has actually happened to this company, and I'm confident in my due diligence, at least for myself. This is why I say always do your own due diligence, because I can look back on the actual research that I did whenever the share price goes down and just be like, okay, none of this has changed. No reason why I've bought has changed, so there's no reason to sell. And it's really that simple. And a temporary drop in price, if you're a long-term investor, is simply just an opportunity as long as all your due diligence aligns. Of course, sometimes you can be wrong with your due diligence. You can think you checked every single box and still be wrong, but it's good to be confident and not just sell on your emotions is all I'm trying to say. And then fifth, and finally, the reason why I'm still buying is anecdotal reviews keep on piling up that just highlight how amazing their service is. Every time I do research, I come across some thread from someone who is using one of their products and they're like, this is a game changer. Our business has absolutely changed. They do this better than anyone else. Our airline is saving 8% on cost. Our manufacturing business is doing X, Y, and Z. We're able to find this issue and save money. Every time I look into this, there are more positive anecdotal reviews, and I'm just like, if the customers love it, there's gotta be a reason, and they're going to grow if everyone loves this, and they're just not losing customers. Customers are just spending more money. So now let's talk about my price targets again. This is from my very first video. They have not changed. My price target for March 1st, 2022 is still $33 a share. And we are well on track with that. Right now, like I said, I'm sitting up 7.5%. There's still a bit of a runway there, but I have about 10 months to hit that $33 price target. And I'm not personally worried whatsoever. My March 1st, 2025 price target is $100 a share. And we're well on track with that. That's a long time out. I am not concerned about that either. Now, I've received a lot of flack about my price targets, saying that they're way too low, they're way too conservative. I don't know what you're talking about conservative. That price target is a 43% increase from the price right now to go to a $33 per share price. That seems pretty optimistic to me. A $100 share price, March 1st, 2025, is a 44% 4-year annualized price increase. That seems pretty optimistic as well. In my opinion, you cannot expect a stock to go up 90, 100% in a single year without being a little bit blissfully ignorant. You have to be honest with yourself as well. Now let's talk about my new buying strategy. I still like this company for all of the above reasons that we just talked about. My new strategy is I'm going to buy on all red days if the price is under $23.50. Every time the price goes down, instead of thinking, oh man, I just lost a couple bucks, I'm going to be excited about it because it means Papa's buying more Palantir. So that's my new strategy. Under $23.50, I'm buying, and I'm going to do this until the next earnings call. At that point, I'm going to reevaluate my price targets based on their new revenue and profit markers, and I'm going to reevaluate my buying strategy at that point. That's expected to be May 18th. So it's coming up in about a month or so from now. So I hope that this was illuminating. Check out all those links down in the description. I'm excited about this. I'm buying more. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.